Now that we have learned how sun letters and moon letters affect the pronunciation of the definite article al, meaning the, let's talk about Hamzat al-Wasl, a concept that also helps smooth the flow of pronunciation in Arabic. Hamzat al-Wasl refers to a rule of pronunciation, not grammar. It applies to the letter alif when it's preceded by another word or letter. In such cases, the alif is skipped in pronunciation, and the sound blends smoothly between the letters before and after alif. This blending creates a natural flow in speech, similar to how the lam in al is skipped when followed by a sun letter. Now, an important point to remember, Hamzat al-Wasl is not always written. You may not see the symbol of Hamzat al-Wasl in most modern or casual Arabic writing, as it's not commonly used. Instead, native speakers intuitively follow this pronunciation rule when speaking. However, you will see it mostly in classical books, teaching materials, and it's always written in the Quran to ensure accurate pronunciation and recitation. Let's quickly go over the main points to remember about Hamzat al-Wasl. 1. It's about pronunciation. Hamzat al-Wasl focuses on how words are pronounced, not grammar. 2. Alif is skipped. The alif is not pronounced, and the sound flows directly to the next letter. 3. It's often unwritten. The symbol Hamzat al-Wasl is rarely seen in modern texts, but is understood from context. When a word begins with an alif marked with Hamzat al-Wasl, this alif is pronounced only at the start of a sentence. If preceded by another word or letter, the alif is skipped and the sound flows smoothly. Hamzat al-Wasl itself produces no sound. It simply signals how the pronunciation should flow. The natural flow of pronunciation in Arabic allows sounds to transition smoothly between words. This happens when the alif hamza sound is skipped in connected speech, letting the sound move seamlessly from the preceding word or letter to the next letter in the word. Hamzat al-Wasl serves as a marker to indicate this skipping of the alif hamza sound, ensuring the natural rhythm of Arabic speech is maintained. In normal Arabic speech, the hamza on the alif, and also called Hamzat al-Qat, is replaced with Hamzat al-Wasl to signal this transition. While Hamzat al-Wasl doesn't create the flow itself, it guides speakers to skip the alif hamza sound and maintain the smooth and natural flow of Arabic speech. Let's look at some examples to better understand this. In the phrase wa al-Qamar, meaning and the moon, the Hamzat al-Qat' is replaced by Hamzat al-Wasl, making it wal-Qamar. Instead of pronouncing the alif hamza sound, the sound flows directly from wa to al-Qamar, wal-Qamar. In the phrase fi al-Bayt, meaning in the house, the Hamzat al-Qat' is replaced by Hamzat al-Wasl, making it fil Bayt. The alif is skipped and the sound transitions smoothly from fi to al-Bayt, fil Bayt. Notice how Hamzat al-Wasl simplifies pronunciation and ensures fluency in speech. These examples show how skipping the alif creates a natural flow, removing unnecessary pauses in connected speech. Now let's learn how to tell the difference between Hamzat al-Wasl and Hamzat al-Qat'. Hamzat al-Wasl means the connecting hamza. It acts like a green light for smooth speech, signaling that the alif hamza sound should be skipped to allow words to flow naturally. On the other hand, Hamzat al-Qat means the cutting hamza. It acts like a red light, requiring a distinct pause and clear pronunciation of the alif hamza sound. To determine if a word begins with Hamzat al-Wasl, you can use a simple test. Let's see how this works. Add waw to the beginning of the word, which is a conjunction and connecting particle meaning and. If the alif hamza sound, which represents the glottal stop, is skipped in pronunciation and the sound flows directly from waw to the next letter, it means the word begins with Hamzat al-Wasl. This skipping happens because alif is not pronounced when preceded by another word or letter, allowing for smoother speech. Please keep in mind, Hamzat al-Wasl always appears on top of alif, and it looks like a miniature waw sitting above it. However, in many cases, such as present tense verbs like aktub, meaning I write, the alif hamza is essential to forming the verb and cannot be skipped. Even when preceded by waw, as in wa aktub and I write, the alif hamza must still be pronounced because it represents the subject of the verb and clearly must be pronounced to convey the meaning. Now let's look at some examples where the alif can be skipped and the meaning is not affected. First example, wal-kitab, meaning and the book. When you add waw before al-kitab, the alif hamza sound is skipped. Instead of saying wa al-kitab, the sound flows smoothly from wa to kitab. The symbol Hamzat al-Wasl, which looks like a miniature waw, replaces the regular alif hamza to facilitate smoother pronunciation. Skipping the alif hamza here does not affect the meaning of the phrase. Second example, wal-layl, meaning and the night. Adding waw before al-layl skips the alif hamza sound. Instead of saying wa al-layl, you say wal-layl, moving smoothly from wa to layl. Skipping the alif hamza in this case also does not affect the meaning. Third example, wan-nar, meaning and the fire. Here too, when waw is added before al-nar, the alif hamza sound is skipped. Instead of saying wa al-nar, it becomes wan-nar, flowing smoothly from wa to nar. Skipping the alif hamza here does not alter the meaning of the phrase. In all these examples, the alif hamza sound is skipped, allowing the pronunciation to stay smooth and natural. This is how Hamzat al-Wasl helps maintain the natural flow of Arabic speech or reading. It's important to note that consideration should be given to the context to ensure that skipping the alif hamza does not affect the meaning. For example, in present tense verbs like aktub, I write, the alif hamza represents the subject of the verb and must always be pronounced to preserve its meaning. There is no memorization involved at all. You will naturally get used to this with time. As we said earlier, there is no wrong in always pronouncing the alif until you become more aware and comfortable with when it can be skipped for smoother pronunciation. You can also pay attention to how the pronunciation feels on your tongue, light or heavy, and use this as your first guide. Let's explore where Hamzat al-Wasl is commonly found in Arabic. Keep in mind, Hamzat al-Wasl is not commonly seen outside fully vocalized texts, such as the Quran and educational materials. However, it plays a crucial role in connected speech, where it replaces Hamzat al-Qat, to allow for the skipping of the alif without affecting the meaning. 1. Hamzat al-Wasl is commonly used in the definite article al, meaning the, when it's preceded by a word, letter, or particle, such as conjunctions or prepositions, like in the following words. Let's say these examples. والكتاب, and the book. من البحر, from the sea. في البستان, in the garden. إلى البيت, to the house. 2. Hamzat al-Wasl also appears in specific nouns, such as واسمه, and his name. من ابنها, from her son. إلى امرأته, to his wife. أن ابنتها, that her daughter. 3. Hamzat al-Wasl is commonly used in imperative verbs, such as فاذهب, so go. وعمل, and work. ثم اقرأ, then read. واكتب, and write. Notice how the sound of alif is skipped, transitioning directly from the preceding sound to the next letter in the word, creating a smooth and natural flow. The symbol Hamzat al-Wasl on top of the alif signals this skipping of the alif hamza sound and ensures the seamless transition.